Well, now we're going to look at a Chevy Blazer. Garland Walls is due up next as Ron Pence looks on. We'll see him in the competition momentarily. But due up next is Garland Walls in the Gambler.
This is a full-bodied vehicle, but it's a fiberglass replica of a Blazer you were telling me about earlier, Gary. And light is the name of the game here. He's out of Port Orange, Florida.
530 cubic inches injected nitrous oxide, a ton of horsepower, and a very light vehicle.
With a short wheelbase. Whoa.
Hang on, hang on. Oh, he came very close to taking a barrel roll there at 3.01 the time, but his excitement came in the shutoff area.
Yeah, you might be starting ticket prices to watch these guys turn them around and head back. Watch this. Left turn, Clyde.
Well, he turns it left, then turns it right.
Let's go back left
again. Like a sprint car out of shape on the back stretch of a dirt track.
Yeah, but they're having fun. That's the name of the game here.
Well, he gets it stopped as the crowd looks on, and let's see what Garland Walls has to say after that run.
Hey, Gary, Garland Walls walks over here and he's giving me this. Yeah, you're kind of shaking now, but when something like that happens, you don't have time to shake. You just got to react.
React, try to drive it out of it. You get sliding like that, you slide around. As long as it's sliding, you're okay. If it don't, you got to nail it and try to straighten it on out.
Okay, now, I noticed everybody, when they go through the finish line, where they're straight or crooked, are winging the throttle. What does that do? Straighten the vehicle out and settle it down?
Straighten it out and settle it down, and that way you got a straight shot to, to stop it.
You got the right last name, son. You almost tagged that wall tonight. Way to go.
Thank you.
He gave us a thrill and still manages a smile. We're in the cockpit now with Glenn Seabolt. He is ready for action, but he has to wait his turn because coming up next is Ron Pence. Ron Pence and Tater.
Ron Pence has found something that everybody's looking for. He tells us it's in the drivetrain. Horsepower's in the engine, the rear end plant's good.
Well, he had to get completely out of the throttle there and then back into it.
Still goes to 318, and I guarantee you that could have been a new world record. Not to be tonight, but he backs the throttle right here, burps it again, and still goes at 18.
Well, he knew he was in trouble. He was headed for the out of bounds line on the right side, out of the throttle, back in the throttle, and here's Ron Pence.
Well, Ron Pence, you were the guy that everybody was looking at tonight. You backpedaled at half track. What caused that?
Well, I got a little bit sideways, got a little bit crossed up there, and ruts are getting pretty rough out there.
The track is getting rough?
Yes, sir.
So you're thinking the guys that are sitting on top of this thing might just win it tonight?
I believe they got the best chance, yeah.
Well, let's see if that observation proves to be correct as Glenn Seabolt comes up next in Legal Speed. This is an old Ford Vicky chassis. Fiberglass, though, modernized just a bit.
Glenn runs this track quite frequently, so somebody can figure these ruts out. It may be a local guy.
Good run.
Yeah,
excellent run at 2.79. I believe that's about third fast. The fans showed their appreciation. This late in the competition, with this kind of track condition, this is a good run.
That's a real good run, and the guys behind him are tickled to death because he made them a good track to run in themselves.
Well, as the crowd looks on, let's go down and talk to Glenn Seabolt.
You know, tonight that we thought the track was going away, you jump into this thing in the bottom of the field and go at 279, put you in a third place. Can it still be won out there tonight?
There's a possibility, I think.
Think the track is coming back around for you guys?
Well, this old car's working good. It's a fourth time out, but it's working real good.
How did the run feel to you?
I like it. The car, though, this chassis and all, it just hounds real good.
Well, hang in there. You're looking real good yourself.
Thank you now.
We still have two competitors to go, two of the baddest Corvettes in the country. They're chasing after Tom Ment at 265 and Shake Me. Then it's George Gregory, the new breed, and Glenn Seabolt in Legal Speed. The competition continues here in Franklin, Georgia. Tough enough? We'll find out. Well, with two Corvettes to go right now, the baddest of the bad is Tom Ment, and he's with Army Armstrong.
Well, Tom, you're sitting on top of this thing, a 260-something run. You were first out of the box. What's happening here? Is this a classic case of the track going away?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. The track was real good when I ran, but I had a chance, and I made it down on a good shot on the chance I had.
Okay, let's kick back and see if anybody's got that good run left in them tonight.
Now, two Corvettes are coming up. The first is Neil Smith. He's a good Georgia boy.
Gary, it's a brand new car. Neil's new to the sport. It's a bunch of first here. He's taking his time, making sure that the steering wheel's sitting straight. Short wheelbase Corvette. He banged on the throttle a couple of times. 303. Whoa!
He's still banging on the throttle. What was that all about?
I don't know, got a little bit. Now, we were talking earlier about burping the throttle to get squared away. He's new to the car. Maybe it just reacts a little bit different than anything else he's been driving.
Maybe he got his foot hung up in the toe stirrup on the throttle.
Very easily could, because when he did wing it, he was just facing towards the crowd.
Yeah, and the crowd was getting out of the way down there as well. Now we take a look at the bad age in Woodstock, Georgia. Here is Joe Kinzer, another Corvette.
Joe's a guy that kind of keeps to himself. The color black is appropriate for him. He's kind of the mystique of the sport.
He can be an intimidator.
Yeah, watch him. I guarantee you, he'll drill you.
And the run is not fast enough at 3:18, which means that Tom Meents, our first competitor with the track record, wins it in Shake Me. George Gregory is second with the new breed, and Glenn Seabolt, Legal Speed, is third. Here is your winner, Tom Meents with Army Armstrong.
Gary, it's been a tough night of racing tonight, but the guy that ran first had to sit and watch him all night long coming after you. Nobody even got close. Congratulations to you, Tom.
Well, thanks a lot, Army, but it sure was a long time sitting there waiting for them to see if their time was going to hold up.
What goes through your mind at a time like that? Because everybody's watched your run. They know what they've got to do. Who's the pressure on, you or them?
Well, I guess the pressure really would be on them because they've got to do it, and I already did do it.
Well, Gary, that kind of wraps it up from Georgia. These guys are looking tough in this red Georgia clay.
It does indeed wrap it up. Our congratulations to Tom Meents. For Army Armstrong, I'm Gary Lee. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Trucks and Tractor Power.